Okay, this is a rebroadcast of, this is one of the lectures in section 1-2. I'm basically starting from scratch, but we were doing this example 2 that Mrs. Bartlett gave you. She was doing it. And now we're going to start at the steepness property in your book. This is on the bottom of page 9. So try to get through this. Steepness property says, let the line L have slope equal to m, and if we start at any point on the line and move 1 unit to the right, then we must move m units, put quotes around it, m units vertically. Vertically means up and down. In order to return to the line. If m is positive, then we go up. And if it's negative, we go down. The steepness property provides us with a measure of how much a line goes up and down. I'm just going to put arrows or down. M tells us what that number is. So let's look at 3 cases. Let's say M is positive, negative, or 0. So let's just say we had a line. Let me get my ruler here if I can find it. So if I had a line, if it's positive, we know it's going to go up. So if I find a point, I'm going to try to find a point where it crosses. So about right there. That point's on the line. It's also on where they cross. So what we're saying is if we went 1 unit to the right from that point, and then if we went up, whatever the value of m is, if we go up m, that's going to give me another point on the line. That's all the steepness property tells us. If we had a line that went down, that would be negative slope. Let's pick a point. We're going to pick this point right in here. So if I go 1 to the right, 1 unit, and then I would have to go down whatever m is, going down because it's negative, to get back to the line. And if I had slope as 0, perhaps that line looks something like that. If I pick any point and I go 1 unit to the right, then I'm going to go 0 up or down, I'm still on the line. So the steepness property kind of gives you a way to get back to the line. Okay, more general. If the slope of the line M of a line P or Q is a rational number, rational means it's a fractional. P over Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Then we go to the right Q units and vertically Q units, P units to return to the line. So the steepness property is commonly referred to as a geometric representation. Interpretation, I should say. Geometric interpretation. For the number M, if that makes sense. Sometimes there's too many words and a picture would explain everything. Okay. On the next page, it says illustrate the steepness of each property. Okay, well, this is how you would really graph some of these. When you look at a problem like this slope-intercept form, you know the slope is going to be -3 and the intercept is 4. So if I wanted to graph that, I would find the 4 up here. There it is. And then a slope of -3 means -3 over 1. Remember we were doing that P over Q? So from that point, if we went across to 1 and then down 3, that puts us back on the line. In B, it says M is 5/2. B is equal to 1. So we're hitting here at 1. That's where you start. This tells us to go up 2 units. So 1, 2. We go up to here. I'm sorry. I did that incorrectly. And actually, we're showing the steepness. Let me go down here. This is what they really want. Let's say I started on this point. This tells me I'm going to go across 2, and I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going across 2 and up 5. That's what they wanted to for you to show, illustrate the steepness property. Okay, and then the next one, if y equals -1, well, your slope is 0. So if I pick any point and I go 1 unit across, that's going to give me a point, and slope is 0, so I'm not going up or down, so I'm still on the line. That's what they wanted you to do. Okay. Let's go to this one. It says use the steepness property to draw the graph of the line. So as I look at this, it says y equals -2x plus 4, so m is -2. B, the y-intercept is equal to 4. You start with the b-intercept. Remember, you got x and you got y, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 is that point right there. And a slope of -2, you can think of that as -2 over 1. So you're going to go over 1, and you're going to go down 2. And that gives you 2 points, and you're ready to draw your line. Matter of fact, if you wanted to, this might be a little more accurate for you because those points are so close. I went over 1, down 2. If I kept repeating that over